Coach, I tell you, not a lot of moral victories. I know you wanted this one, but that was a really good effort by your bunch, and took Georgetown, I think, to the limit there.
Yeah, we did for the most part, we did a nice job. I was really, I just explained to our guys, take away, maybe Pikeville. I'm as proud of this effort and what we tried to do and sticking to game plan as I've been in a long, I'm as proud of the effort tonight as I was with the win at Life, the win at Cumberland U. What we have to do as we continue to move forward is mature as a team and treat every team we play like they're top five. We can't come out and go as hard as we can and have attention to detail because we're playing number 1 Georgetown or a number 4 Pikeville. But I was really I was happy with our guys and our effort, and you could sit there and say we let somewhat of a golden opportunity go away, but that sometimes you have to tip their hat. They're number 1 for a reason, and they made big shot after big shot with the last 3 or 4 minutes.
You held them to a season low 24 at halftime. You held them to a season low 66 overall. So defensively, what was it that you were able to do tonight to really kind of slow them down? You certainly kind of give them some problems on the offensive end.
Well, I think the first thing is, we slowed down the offense. They're a team that they're explosive offensively, obviously, and so many guys that can score. They're a good defensive team as you look at their stats, but they really don't like to play for long possessions of defense. They want to make the possessions quick to get the game going fast, and so we slowed the tempo down, and we were very patient. I knew in the second half we probably wouldn't be able to keep it the same speed as we did the first half, which we couldn't. At the same time, I thought both teams made more shots in the second half. We had a game plan on their personnel of the shots we wanted certain guys on their team to take, and hopefully that we thought they would take them. And not that they're bad shots, but maybe a shot that we consider as a settle instead of exactly what they want every possession. And I think when we go back and watch some film, a lot of the shots they took were the shots that we wanted them to.
You hung in there with them rebounding, especially early in the game down the stretch. They kind of pulled away a little bit there on the glass. We talked about it yesterday, the importance of really working, keeping Chris Coffey and some of these other guys off the glass. Coffey ends up with 11 boards, and he's just a guy that's difficult to stop. But you guys really made him work because, we look up Lenoris and Justin Tucker, and these guys are really doing a great job finding a body and giving you guys a chance there.
I do think we slowed them down on the glass. They got us 9. And I think Coach Darius said we were around even on the glass with about 5 or 6 minutes to go, and they got us late. But some of that is false because the last minute 15, we were having to shoot very quick shots and shots that I would much rather have been at the rim than settling. Unfortunately, we only had the one timeout, so we couldn't really stop play to relay everything as we were trying to. The crowd was loud as we were trying to transfer what we wanted. It's hard to get some of that relayed, and I thought we settled late, and I would have liked us to go, but because the last minute and a half, 2 minutes or whatever, they really they gapped us. But for a long time, it was really right there even, and I thought that was exactly one of our keys going into the game.
Yeah, that 5-point lead, 55-50. Boy, you really. I know you're probably not allowing yourself to kind of think about what could happen in 3 minutes, but what changed that? I know they hit big shots. What changed just that last 2.5, 3 minutes or so?
They did. They made big shots. And it goes back to look at it. Conway makes a tough one off of a pin down, and for the most part, Ron's right there. He might have been a step late, but Ron did a very good job of making the job hard for Conway. He's averaging 19 in league play, and he only gets 7 tonight, I think. So a great job for him. Omer makes one in transition from pretty deep, but that was one of our talking points. And, it goes to sometimes it's not what's called, it's what not called. I never blame a whistle, and I thought there were some opportunities for us to get fouled going to the rim. And whenever you go to the rim and there's bumping going on and a player gets knocked down, well, all of a sudden if you miss, you're automatically 5-on-4, and it makes it very difficult. So, it was harder for us to find men in transition. But, again, you just got to tip your hat. They're number 1 for a reason. They've won all these games. this year and consecutive for a reason, and they had guys step up and make some really big shots.
So now you turn your attention to a matchup with newcomer Thomas More in Mid-South Conference play on Saturday. Make the trip up to Northern Kentucky for that game. Quick turnaround as you're in this Thursday, Saturday, traditional Mid-South Conference setup. And tell us a little bit about that game with Thomas More.
Well, Coach Mark's been working on them. I've been really focusing as much time as I can to Georgetown, and we always stagger. Whoever has Thursday needs to take Saturday. And other than the film I watch whenever Georgetown and Thomas More play, I don't know tons about them. I know they do some 5-out backdoor cuts, and it's all about reading how the defense is playing. So we're going to have to be very disciplined against them. They've won back-to-back conference games, and I think at the half they were up 10 on Lindsay. I have no idea how that game ended, but if they won, they're 3-4, which would be the same as us, or if they lose, they're a game back trying to even up the standings over the midway point. But I told our guys, it's not do or die if you lose, but I truly believe Saturday's a must-win for us, and we have to have the momentum and the fire and energy, and we have to have the attention to detail on Saturday like we did today, because we're on a very fast turnaround. You don't get as much time to prep from a player standpoint. So hopefully we'll do that. Hopefully we have to be mentally tough, because obviously it's a similar game to the Pikeville game where it's like a heavyweight fight and you're tired, but you got to be able to recover quickly. And Saturday is very big for us. It'll get us at 500 at the midway point, and I know everybody would like to be better than that. But bottom line is, if you see the score here, Cumberland's look like they're going to beat Pikeville. If you win on Saturday and 500, you're top half of the league halfway through, and bottom line is we control our own destiny as we move forward, and that's all we can ask for, as we get later on in the season.
Coach, that was a fun one tonight. I know you guys would have loved to pull it out, would have loved to have seen it, but a game effort by your bunch, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it.
Brent Vernon and the Tigers falling here to Georgetown. Final score 66-58.